What's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It seems as though rapper and singer Drake may or may not be stalking Rihanna. He's currently on vacation in Barbados and he was spotted posing for photographs in front of Rihanna's childhood home. Yes, her brother was there, but in my opinion, it's still a little bit weird considering how turbulent or volatile their relationship always has been. Remember, Rihanna and Drake have dated off and on over the years, and Drake actually even called her a hoe during one of their off times on Twitter. And he proceeded to continuously collaborate on music with Rihanna's abuser Chris Brown. Rihanna even once dragged Drake for making her historic MTV Vanguard Award win all about himself by talking about how in love with her he was, despite them not even being a couple at the time. So essentially the conversation surrounding Rihanna winning this iconic award, being one of the youngest people to ever win it, starting from nothing in Barbados, coming all the way to America as a teenager to become one of the biggest pop stars in the whole world, all of that was lost, and everyone started talking about, oh, are Drake and Rihanna back on together again? He said he was in love with her in the speech. He bought a billboard to celebrate her win and everything. In fact, this is a soundbite from what he said when he was presenting her with the award, and I quote, "We love the videos which change the artistic vision from year to year, but most of all, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one. She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old. She's one of my best friends in the world. All my adult life, I've looked up to her even though she's younger than me. She's a living, breathing legend in our industry." A few years after this happened in 2016, in 2018, Rihanna in another interview talked about how uncomfortable she was listening to Drake go on and on. She said, and I quote, "Waiting through that speech was probably the most uncomfortable part. I don't like too many compliments and I don't like to be put on blast." And she continued on to say that they don't even have a friendship right now. She says, "We don't have a friendship now, but we're not enemies either. It is what it is." So with all of this back and forth about the state of their relationship, I think they're friendly now, but not exactly close friends or anything like that. How odd is it that Drake, of all places in the world to go, would go to Barbados and then show up specifically in front of Rihanna's childhood home and even go as far as to autograph photos of Rihanna? Not even himself, but of Rihanna. In my opinion, Drake has a very weird relationship with women and girls that needs to be addressed on some kind of a scale, right? Here you've got him being over the top when it comes to Rihanna and sort of making her wins about himself by buying billboards for her so people could talk about how Drake bought Rihanna a billboard, talking about how he's in love with her, even though this night is to celebrate her music and how amazing her music is. No one asked about the state of your feelings, sir. And going as far as in terms of his relationship with girls, let's talk about how Drake regularly texts a then 14-year-old Millie Bobby Brown. She was on a red carpet and an interviewer asked her about her relationship with Drake, and she said, "Oh my God, we text all the time. He's so nice. He gives me great advice. He's so funny." I'm like, why is a 30-something-year-old man texting with a 14-year-old girl? Even myself as a 26-year-old woman, I would not be texting with a 14-year-old girl. And it's a completely different dynamic. I personally don't think it's appropriate as an adult to be friends with kids, literal kids, but for some reason, Drake is a 32-year-old man, thinks it is appropriate to be friends with kids, especially young girls. I don't get it. And it doesn't even stop at Millie Bobby Brown. It also continues on to a then 17-year-old Billie Eilish talking about Drake regularly texting her as well. I don't know, I feel like he lacks boundaries. Whether or not he's malicious and predatory in his lack of boundaries, I don't know because I don't know him. But just based off seeing the way that he interacts with women and girls, I think he lacks boundaries, period. Just seeing him pop up at Rihanna's house without her, signing photos of her, and then going back to his speech about her at the MTV Awards and stuff, I don't know. He gives me weird vibes, really, really weird vibes. But that is all I'm gonna leave it up to. Guys, how do you feel about Drake popping up at Rihanna's childhood home in Barbados, signing photographs of her when the two of them have a very turbulent on and off again romantic relationship and friendship relationship after everything he's done to her? He's called her a hoe on Twitter. Remember that tweet? "Oh, is that your hoe? That's our hoe too," after their breakup. He's continuously collaborated with Chris Brown, who famously abused Rihanna. He also has, friendships with very young underage girls. What really is going on with Drake? Do you think that a couple years down the line, we're all going to kind of kick ourselves about how we swept his behavior under the rug? Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.